There is a one more type of the loop is there, and this loop known as a while loop, for loop, sorry. While is this for loop. So what is the for loop here? I am going to save here for.sh. So this is quite easy. Red, blue and green. Okay. So for means, so there is a 3 value, red, while, blue, green. Whatever the content, it is not actually checking what is written. It is just checking, means not checking the spelling. It will just if here, if I am going to run this for loop dot sh, so it will displaying here red, blue and green, right? So what it is going to be, it is pick this value, means this is actually table. You can understand this is the table. Table have the 3 content, so it will check all the content, red, blue and green. Okay, so right, if there is any file, I want to be read the file, because in a file there is a 10 line, 20 line, 30 line. I want to use this file and want to be print this file. So how can I use this for? Generally you can use anything MDEF, but I actually, the mostly people are using the I in this standard. So it will be better if you use the same and you will get result. Okay, so right now I have one file is a color.txt. I am going to open this file, color.txt. So here is the 4 content, red, white, blue and green. If I want to be added this file and add some more color, so I can add, it's depend on us, right? Orange and blue. So these are the content I have used this content. Okay. So right now, is it possible to read the data from the file and then store in a I and print one by one? Okay. So let me do it. Use the dollar because it is the variable, and this is the shell, and I am going to use this shell and color.txt, and make sure you will put the correct value. If you are putting here the value like slash, means if you are not putting the correct path, so you will get the error. So if I am going to this execute here, no such file or directory, because of course there is a no directory. And what is the correct path? If I am going to use this one pwd, either I will provide the complete path for this home, Kumar and simple script, either I will provide the color.txt, right? So keep in mind at the time of the putting this value, then you must understand, already you know guys, what is the absolute path and what is the non-absolute path. Okay, now it is reading the data from this and it is displaying. Okay, so how we can use this, and what is the advanced use of this script or this loop? So I am telling you, right, there is a one more script I have written and one more file I have written here, cat and new user.csv. So there is a 2 content is written, because most of the time when we are writing this value, new user, when we are writing a file in a CSV or saving any file in this .csv extension, so always the data is written in a multiple parts and using the comma 1, comma 2, 3, 4, 5, multiple fields are there. Okay, So based on this script and reading this content, I have created one more. BI for underscore user.txt, and inside this I have taken the same content here from, right? And if I am using this content like cat and this value, and this is the actually content means cutting any value like this. If I am using this value cat new user, and here I will use the cut actually the command which is going to be a value what I want to be cut. I want to cut the comma, and after the field 1 will be displayed. So you can see only the one field is displaying. If I will use the 2, so only the 2 field will be displaying here. The test user is a 1 field, field 1, and 2 field is a this one, and from where it need to be cut by using the comma. If I will enter any value, other value like monkey and some other value I want to be used, so I can put it right by separating the comma. Okay, so right now what I have done here inside this, because billet work like billet command will work in a inside the this one for the I loop. Of course it will work because I have checked this already. So what I am going to use here, if I am going to for the better understanding, I am going to remove this particular and put the hash in the front of this file. So hash, and here also put in the hash and this hash. So what is actually the command here is do display this value and done. So I am going to check this first if it will work or not. So I am going to use the for underscore sh. Now the only the second value is displaying. If I am going to put this the first value here, if I am changing this value in a first, so it will display the first value itself. Okay, when I am save this file, run this same command and getting the first value only, test user 1, user 2. Now the same thing I will use and create the user. So because I have tested this command, right now I am going to make this here and remove this content. So right now I am going to create a add user command, user add command. So what the user add command will be do, user add command will be add the user, and it will read the data from this particular variable. And what the variable will store all these value. So it will start to using the value 1, value 2, value 3, value 4, value 5. Means it will use the user add and give the username. This is the username, test user 1 and 1, because it is a while loop. So until it will not come, this is the for loop. So until the value from the $new user, means from the all the content will not be displayed here, will not be used by this user add, it will not go for the next. In the next, we need to be set the password. So we use the new pass wd. New password is another variable which will have the second value. Okay, so it will store the second value, and when it will run this complete standard output, the second value, because in a password, when you are creating the password, you need to put the password in a 2 time. So I am going to use here standard input and standard output we have already discussed in a previous sessions. Okay, so right now I'm going to save this file and right now I am going to check how many users are there. So you can see the student 1 is the user here, but there is a no user with the name of the test user. Okay, So right now I am going to use this for an user sh. Only the root can do. So I need to be run here for and user sh. So right now you can see the multiple user has been created, right? Okay, how I can check cat etc and pass wd this file. I will check here. These users has been created. Not only this, if I am going to run here the home, inside the home there is a multiple user has been created. Test user 1, test user 2, 3, 4, 5. So multiple user there. Okay, if I want to be remove this user, then I will use the user del command. And if I am going to check this user del hyphen l hyphen help, so hyphen r will be used to remove this. Okay, so actually if you want to be cut from there, so you can use here this. Okay, so you can use this one as well. So you can read the data from here, then you can remove this. You need to be understand properly, but better is you will use the same file whatever you have done. Okay, so right now I am going to use the command is user del and hyphen r. So what it will do, it will remove the user along with its directory. Okay, so right now I am going to, and second one I don't need to be second one, so I am going to make it hash. So right now I am going to run this again command. So now you can check here the same file I have executed some time before, same file. Right now I am using the same file, same script, but previously I have used this script to creating the user. Right now I am going to use this script for deleting the user. So all the user has been deleted. Let's check ls into home, no, and cat etc. So all the user has been deleted. Okay,